we're going to start off with Bruno Fernandez. £100 million exit from Manchester United. Now, I have to try not to laugh here because I'm sure many of you will have seen this amazing super duper breaking story that came out last night. Look, say what you like about Indicalia, but David Ornstein shouted them out in the summer. And I think since then, it's given credibility to an account that never had any. So what they're saying last night is that Bruno Fernandes sale agreed. Carlos Baleba and Elliot Anderson incoming. We've been told high-level secret Manchester United. They didn't even spell secret right. I mean, God. Why are we doing this? Anyway, we've been told high-level circuit Manchester United transfer plans. I mean, they don't even spell check it. We understand that Bruno Fernandes will be sold to Saudi Arabia for $100 million in the summer. The deal is already agreed between all parties, according to sources, and it seems like Bruno Fernandes is just waiting to sort out personal terms. The fund from Bruno's transfer will expected to be used to bring in Baleba and Elliot Anderson. Why are we talking about this? They can't even spell bloody secret. I can't believe that you put out a tweet, and they were building this all up all night. 10 o'clock tonight, massive Man United news. We've been told high-level circuit. They meant to put secret Man United transfer plans about Bruno Fernandes. Why am I mentioning this? Because I just want to draw a line in the sand here and say this could happen. Like, the whole point of this account is that they take stories that are already out there and pass them off as their own. This could happen. Ben Jacobs mentioned it about 3 months ago. Fabrizio Romano has mentioned it numerous times. We had a theory about it in June that this was being put back a year. So the reason I mention it is because I think it probably will happen. But it's not happening because old Indy has been told that, you know, circuit transfer plans for Manchester United. It's guesswork. So look, I don't know what's behind that account. I don't know why it suddenly got credible. I don't know why David Ornstein said that. But ultimately, there's a lot of stuff that comes from that account over the years that's not true. And there's no way that's true. If you can't spell secret, then it's not true. And as many aggregators have said, you know, they're now promoting on a daily basis a subscriber section where you have to pay to get news from them. I think that's always a red flag. I don't like that sort of model anyway. I know a lot of outlets do it. The Athletic do it. They've got every right to do that if they want to do it. I don't like it. And I don't think you should be paying for transfer news. So I don't believe that story. But the reason I mention it is the story was already out there. I do think this is going to happen. I just don't think they've broken it last night. I think this was already a story that we knew about. Just picking holes in it. Anderson and Baleba both could come in next summer. Neither could come in. One could come in. £100 million we won't get. It wasn't even £100 million in June, so we won't get £100 million in a year's time. The Saudis aren't stupid. It amazes me how many people still think the Saudis are stupid. They're not stupid. They have paid good money, but they pay good money for players that they think are going to bring value to their league. They're not just going to write a cheque for £100 million. If there is £100 million going, there'll be a big portion of that going to Bruno Fernandes. We might not even get 80 anymore. I think it was 90 in the summer. We might not even get 80 anymore. So, look, I think Bruno Fernandes is going to leave Manchester United in the summer and go to Saudi. I think Man United should have accepted it last summer, and I think that he was very close to doing the deal, and I think that something has been agreed that he can go in a year, and it's a World Cup year, and he's happy to stay at Man United, and he'll keep putting the work in. But I don't think that that's a story that broke last night. I don't think their secret talks, I'll spell it right, have taken place. And look, honestly, I'm not here to bash other people. You know, do I use that account as somebody that I think is credible? No. To some of you, yes, good luck. What I'm saying is that is not an exclusive. That is a bit of guesswork. That is based on what many people have been talking about for a few months. And yes, I do think Bruno Fernandes is going to go in this summer. And yes, I do think he will go to Saudi. But I could write that as an exclusive because they've been trying to sign him for the last 2 summer transfer windows. They desperately want him. He is now thinking about it. It's a logical bit of guesswork to go, He's probably going to go next year. I even think he'll go before June the 30th to go into this financial year. I actually think some of our signings, Sesko, Mbeumo, Cunha, etc., have been bought on the knowledge that Bruno's going before the next financial year ends in June next year. That's just my theory, because I think with the World Cup starting in the middle of June, why would you wait to do a Bruno deal, you know, probably at the end of July, maybe August, because Portugal will do well in the World Cup. So I think this will happen before that. So I don't think it's nonsense. I just think somebody trying to claim it as an exclusive is talking nonsense, because I think many of us think this is going to happen. And I think we did the show on Monday night about Bruno. I think Bruno will go. So that's where I am on that one.